All right, and we are live on another episode of Super Podshots, man. Feels good to be here. Got a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of announcements. Very excited. Today is a great day for both the organization and very close friends of mine. Met these guys at E3, known them for a while through Twitter. Just some of the best guys you can possibly have, as well as uh, one of the best women in the podcast game as well. Very excited to introduce everybody and make these announcements and get everybody to understand what's happening with Ticgn, the organization, and Ticgn as a website as a whole. And hopefully you guys will continue to support us 100% and get a chance to get to know the new team and new people that we're bringing in. So if you're excited, man, go ahead, leave any questions in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and start the show. And when you want to ask questions, go ahead, ask questions to whoever you want to ask. And hopefully everybody will be able to answer them. All right, let's get the show started. Hey, X-Men, you're now rocking with your boy KOR X Kal-El, the last son of Planet Xbox, and you're listening to Super Podshots. So as you know, guys, Ticgn has been doing for a while now. We've started out as a podcast, worked our way up to building a good, reputable website. We've been attending E3s. We've had a lot of connections that made a lot of news in the industry. And in doing so, because of the support and because of the fans and the people who yearn for a positive place and a positive influence to get news, rumors, and all these things like that, I've continued to strive to bring in new talent. I've continued to strive to build new, I guess you could say, new content for not just the Xbox gamer, but the PlayStation gamer, the PC gamer, the Nintendo gamer, all under the Ticgn banner and under one network. A bit different. I wound up speaking one of the Trinity Anchorman V, and he had a great conversation with some of the guys over at the Iron Lord podcast. And we wind up coming up with a great plan of working together, merging as a team, and building something special under the Ticgn brand. And I am so proud to introduce our new podcast. The Iron Lord podcast is now officially under the Inner Circle band and will be officially on the Inner Circle network. So I don't know what to say, man. I just want to thank you guys, man. Just really appreciative of you guys coming over, and very excited to be working with everybody on the squad.
Absolutely. Absolute pleasure.
I also want to acknowledge someone who has been with the organization for a while, but more of actually a part of the organization, but someone who's a part of one of the teams on the network, 2XP. And some of you guys really love 2XP for the drama that it brings and the controversial conversations and the funny quotes and funny lines and things like that. And the show was wonderful. And it only makes sense to try to grab the talent that was there. And being that she is one of the few voices out there that represents women, has a unique perspective on things, and as always stays classy, I had to make sure that I got her on the team. So I would like to introduce to you guys our newest member and official member of the 2XP podcast.
All right.
Mama Cita.
I want to first say that, yes, I've been working with the Double XP podcast team where we podcast every other Wednesday with Fame, Nicodemus, and Crunk Girl. And I'll tell you, we kind of bring, it's kind of different, the dynamics of our podcast and our content and what we talk about. And yes, I've been doing that. Actually, I'll be a year in October. So yes, it really does make sense to just kind of come on and officially join the Ticgn team. And you know that you and I kind of go way back. I remember you when you first started this up, and actually before this, even before Ticgn actually started, we were talking, and it was kind of cool. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about joining the team. I'm excited about what we kind of talked about, doing some things with women in gaming, and that was really my whole purpose in joining YouTube in this community anyway. I wanted to bring a voice that I felt like it was kind of silent, especially with women of color and Black women, and that we actually do love gaming. We're not unicorns, and we're not just doing this just for, just for fun or just to kind of like, get attention. We actually love gaming. So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to networking with Ticgn and be actually being a part of the team.
I'm just, again, very appreciative that you accepted, and I'm so glad to have you on the team, and I can't wait to continue to build new prospects, new content, and new shows, man. It's just all about creativity, creation, and trying to bring something new and something different to the gaming community that they normally wouldn't get from anywhere else. Um, these guys just, they just bring a certain level of royalty to the podcasting game, and some amazing opinions and everything like that. I want to introduce everybody individually so the fans out there can get to know who you are and kind of the things that you're into and what you game on. So let's go ahead and start with Iron Lord Cognito. Mr. Cognito, introduce yourself, brother.
What's going on, man? Very excited about this opportunity. It's Lord Cognito here. I'm host of the Iron Lords podcast. We co-created with my man Lord Addict, and it's just been something that we've been thinking about for a long time as far as getting into the game. I've always been a huge fan of gaming, kind of an OG gamer, since the Sega era, and just a tremendous passion. And I've always talked with you in the past, Cal, and always respected your passion and stuff like that. So just something like a natural fit for the round table to be part of the inner circle. But yeah, man, I mean, it's just a love of gaming, a multi-console owner, platform owner, and just bringing an honesty. And we like to create, at the Iron Lords, we pretty much like to create an environment where we feel that you're a lord in the realm of what you do. So when you come on the Iron Lords podcast, we want to show you that proper reverence, that proper respect, and create that nice atmosphere so that you're comfortable and that we just, hardcore gamers talking about stuff that we're passionate about. So very excited about this opportunity with the Inner Circle Network. And I think we got some great things cooking with you guys. So I'm very excited.
Absolutely. What are some of the games that you favor? Like, as far as your genre of games, what is your specialty, and what do you plan to be playing going forward?
Oh man, I mean, well, first and foremost, Xbox is probably the preferred platform for me. But as far as gaming in general, like it's pretty varied. I'm initially started off as in the fighting scene with like the Tekkens and things of that nature. Mass Effect games were like a huge influence, XCOM strategy games. So I kind of got like a diverse little portfolio of type of games that I like. As far as looking forward, obviously I'm looking forward to the Xbox One X to see what stuff they have cooking up. As far as the PlayStation, probably Detroit 2 Humans on my next most excited list. And I'm Switch gang, y'all. So I rep that Nintendo Switch, man. I know a lot of people give me a hard time for it, but I think Grandpa Nintendo finally cooking up something nice, and I think they got that happy medium. So that's pretty much what stuff I'm playing and looking forward to.
Next up, I want to introduce somebody who probably doesn't need an introduction. Co-creator of the Iron Lord podcast, Lord Addict.
What's going on?
It feels good to have you on the team, man. And I'm very excited to finally get you to be a part of everything that we're doing here at Ticgn, and very grateful for you creating such a great team with Cognito, and I'm looking forward to what you can bring. So, what is it that you bring to the table? What type of games are you into? What's your special genre?
Well, what I usually bring to the table is the opposite opinion of Lord King David. And, I'm a diverse gamer. I play a little bit of everything but fighters. So I play PlayStation. I play Switch, Team Switch, Switch Gang. You guys have to apologize. I'm half asleep. But I definitely bring a good diverse, a unique perspective on certain aspects that people don't generally have. I'm a very outspoken person, but definitely good to be here, and I'd love to see where it goes.
Absolutely. What games are you like? What type of games are you playing? Like one of your specialties? You know, like everybody has a specialty. What are you mainly into, and what do you plan to pick up in the future?
I'm a big
Wars,
Destiny person.
Halo Wars 2,
Definitely.
Halo Wars 3.
I'm glad he said Destiny because I forgot to say Destiny. Thank you.
Definitely a big Destiny person. You know, play a lot of Switch, you know, recently.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
when it comes down to it, it's like I'm like maybe one out of the one person in the entire country that seems to play Halo Wars. So
It's not true. You made me buy it. I got it, so I don't want to
I
hear
ain't seen you on it, bud.
There you go.
that. Looking for the invite, sir.
Yeah, definitely. I play a little bit. I play a lot of everything. Very diverse on it. It's you know, it's one of my biggest passions I've had for years. So yeah.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Next up, man, I want to introduce Lord Sav. You know, I met Lord Sav at E3, man. Very down to earth, man, and super friendly. Super friendly guy, man. You talk to him, guy has a smile on his face. I just can't wait to hear his opinions and thoughts when these guys get to talking on the podcast coming up in the future. So, Lord Sav, go ahead and introduce yourself, brother.
Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it, man. I'm just very excited to be, you know, under the Ticgn umbrella now with my boys, the Iron Lords. Be part of the Ticgn family. These guys know, man. Like I joined up Iron Lords at Cognito's request, and I just kind of saw it as an opportunity to be able to hang with my boys and talk gaming like we used to back in the day. Because as you get older, just the opportunities are few and far between. And
Right.
honestly, man,
Right.
just to see the love that how people gravitated to our content, how you guys came through, everybody from Tic, you know, B Money, Nicodemus came through and showed us love on the podcast. It just showed me that, you know, this thing could be taken to another level, man. And now, you know, now with this family going right now, honestly, man, it's just excited for what the future brings, man. Very excited.
Definitely
Thanks
excited for that. Absolutely, man. What is your favorite genre? What do you kind of specialize in? And what do you plan to pick up in the future?
Well, these guys, they dubbed me as the semi-solo offline offline gamer. So I'm that guy. I'm that guy that if you know, a lot of times if you want to join up, you know, parties in Destiny, I'm probably not the one. I'll be off to the side playing something else.
Right.
But
Right.
yeah, right. I think for me, I'm pretty. I gravitate mostly to Xbox. That's why I play the majority of my games. But overall, though, I am kind of platform agnostic. I play everything. I'm probably the first one to go to when it comes to like PlayStation games in our group. I'll be the first one to attack a new PlayStation release and sort of dive deep into it. I like sort of story-driven, narrative-based games. I like to, you know, dive deep into the themes and what they mean and stuff like that. But generally, I will play pretty much anything. I'm not a big RTS guy, but I will be playing Mario Rabbids. Probably, if there's one thing that I don't play, it's probably MMOs. And stuff like
Gotcha.
And stuff like Dota, but beyond that, I'm pretty much willing to try anything.
Gotcha. And of course, I gotta introduce my right man, King David. Now I met King. First of all, the first time I met King was a crazy experience. Okay, and one of the things I'll never forget was we were on Ubisoft conference, not Ubisoft, the Bethesda conference for the first time. And it's me and B Money. And King's at the front of the line, and me and B is walking to the back. And he's like, yo, what's up? We like, hey, King, what's going on? And King's like, where y'all going? We're like, yo, we got to get to the back of the line. He's like, yeah, no, y'all don't. I just stand right here. Like, and I'm sitting there, he's like, look at the people behind us. Who gonna say something to us? Come on, son. It was just really funny. And I'll never forget that, man.
And knowing him, he said it really loud, and everyone looked at him.
Exactly.
Was like, say something.
Premium experience, King.
You're part of the conglomerate. We move as a team. I don't care if you get there late or early. You are where we are. So if you're in the front, I'm coming to the front. If I'm in the front, you're coming to the front. That's just how we move. It's the premium experience. We don't do anything less than the premium experience, and that's what we bring to Tick. It is so fulfilling to get the merger going. You understand? Like the movement it was natural. Like I said, I saw you and B Money walking. Yo, come on in. It's love from the gate. Once Cognito is like, yo, this is my peoples. This is who we mess with. I'm like, oh, okay. He, put me onto the channel. I listen to the channel. I'm like, oh, I like their stuff. It's not crumb. It's great content. It's great banter back and forth. It's good opinions. So I say, I'm part of that movement. I like that movement. So on the behest of Lord Cognito, he said, yo, you want to come on the show? I said, yes, I love to get into the show to see what's going on. And we used to have Lockdown Saturdays. Lockdown Saturdays was nothing in the world moved. We got to the house at like 9 o'clock in the morning, didn't leave until Sunday at 5 in the morning. If it was from karate movies to video games to whatever, we had arcade machines in the house. We brought televisions to play Halo. All right, so we have. There we go. We have televisions. We had like 16 to 20 people in the house. I don't know how his mother even dealt with us.
But the original Iron Lord.
Yeah, she is the queen. We bend the knee. Right? Let me tell you, we had so many people in the house. We were playing our Halo so competitively that it branched out all over the Bronx. That the people that left us took their Halo experience and set up TVs on the corner. You had guys on the corner betting on Halo. So that the movement was real all the way from back then. My gaming love started from Game Watch. All right, I go all the way back from when I was playing Donkey Kong Jr. and it was green and it was Game and Watch from Nintendo.
Right.
So then it got to the flip, then it got to the tabletop, then it got to the Vectrex, and then I went to the Atari 2600. I did the whole Atari brand, did ColecoVision, did the whole ColecoVision brand. Then Sega Master System, then Nintendo, and then so on. And then Attic got born like around GameCube, and it took me to bring him into fruition because I'm the yin to his yang. You understand? We bounce off each other.
Right.
I love that guy. Even though his opinions, yeah. But
but in the mini episode right now.
I know, right? But I game on everything. And like Lord Sovereign says, I'm like agnostic when it comes to systems. My real thing is VR. So if anybody's a proponent for VR, that's me. I'm telling everybody to get it. Once you try it, you love it. Yes, it's a very premium experience. You have to get that past that initial investment. But once you do it, it's a different experience. The sensory overload is phenomenal. So, yes, you can catch me on Destiny. You can catch me in a fighting game, real-time strategy. I'm Switch Gang. I'm PlayStation Nation. I'm Xbox Love. I even play my Neo Geo. So, I'm well-rounded when it comes to video game spectrum. But Destiny seems to take our soul when it launches, and we game on that for a long period of time. So that's pretty much me.
Nice. We lose Cal?
I don't. So you can turn it into Iron Lords. So
my bad. I'm here. I was talking to the mic on mute for a second.
Okay. Yeah.
No. Listen, I'm super excited. To bring in such great talent. We at Tick and at Ticgn try to strive to put out new type of content that you can enjoy and it's not clickbait. It's not trying to lead you with something it's not. But also, people know for the most part that even though I'm an Xbox fan, I'm not just completely towards Xbox. Because I don't like, I will call it out, and I expect the same thing of website. So what's really great about having these guys on, as well as Mamacita, which, by the way, let me get a chance to ask you, what is your specialty in your genre, and what games do you plan to pick up in the future?
Oh shoot. Well, my specialty, my genre, of course, are RPGs. Definitely, definitely Western RPGs. I'm a huge Skyrim fan, Borderlands fan, and I also love co-op gaming. I love co-op games where I can play with, whether it's online or couch co-op. Right now on my Xbox, I've been pretty much trying to tackle my backlog. A lot of the games that I played in the beginning of this gen on PlayStation, I purchased twice for my Xbox, and I'm just getting around to them. Like the Borderlands, like Dying Light, Far Cry 4. What I'm looking forward to be honest, I've got to play, well, Shadow of War is what I'm honestly looking forward to playing on the Xbox One. Because I'm patiently waiting for those pre-orders to come up. But yeah, RPG, I love role-playing games. That's me all day. Like I said, co-op gaming, and I'm addicted to multiplayer games a little bit. I'm probably trying to increase my presence in that gaming genre a little bit more. But yeah, I found everything. So everybody knows I am Xbox first. That's where my heart is. Of course, that's where I kind of pay back to gaming. But I play on PlayStation or PS4. I have a Wii. I don't have a Switch just yet. But I play everything, and I enjoy gaming. And so that's why I'm here. So I'm looking forward to just continuing that and being a part of the gaming network. Mamacita, and y'all can find me on Twitter, Mamacita925, on Mixer, and I'm also, maybe put this out there, I'm kind of increasing my presence on Mixer, and I'm kind of talking about a couple of ways trying to get together and do some things. I'm just not ready to official announcements and all that just yet. But just look forward to that this year. And that's Mamacita925 on Mixer.
Gotcha. If some of you guys missed what she was saying, she's building a mix of the women, and this is one of the projects that she's working on right now, which I do look forward to seeing, and hopefully to see what direction that goes to. So I'm definitely excited about that. So you guys keep an eye out for Mamacita on Mixer and her all-girl team. It's moving Mixer, man. We're trying to move the Mixer as well and expand our viewership on that with the new Ticgn channel. And we're actually in the network as well, so I'm excited about that. So as I was saying, listen, at Ticgn, we really try to build a great place for gamers to go, a great place for people to go out and get new and get good content. For those of you who know Dizzy, for those of you who follow Playback Gaming, the great news is that Playback Gaming and the Playback Gaming team will now be a part of Ticgn and Ticgn.com. So any of the writers and anybody that you follow their news, if you like what they did when they came to reviews, you'll be able to find those same great people over on Ticgn.com. If you follow gaming on Facebook and you're getting that content, you will now soon be getting content from Ticgn.com, because we will be merging the gaming page with our Inner Circle Game Network page to become one Inner Circle Network organization and page. So very excited about that. I'd also like to introduce Dizzy. Will be coming over to the team as content creator. We are working diligently with him on bringing video content for some of the biggest survival games out there, from Ark to Battleground to Conan Exiles and things like that. Working on a Patreon for those who like the raw an adult version of 2XP and possibly after hours on our podcast if you follow the After Hour podcast with Disney. So those are some of the things that we have and some of the things we want to work on in the ground. And finally, one of the things I want to also recognize and introduce is if you follow comics, show, we tried to do with that show was we tried to make the show as diverse as possible from movies, anime, comic TV, all those things. And with that in mind, we recruited one of the biggest YouTubers out there who came to comment, and I'm so glad and proud to let everybody know that Venom 2 Million is officially part of the network as well, multiverse, as well as doing great content on Ticgn.com and our Instagram. So I mean, it's an amazing situation for us as a brand. This only strengthens us. I've never felt so proud to be able to introduce such great people to the team. And one of the things that's got me really excited is the Iron Squad will be finally a team that we can send around the world.
Yes, sir.
And I look forward to trying to get these guys. I look forward to trying to get some places that we can go. Like, you know, we've been invited to Poland, we've been invited to Russia, you know, Gamescom, like all these different places, events that, you know, we just don't have. And now we have the squad. We'll definitely be getting a lot of and content from these guys when it comes to these events and things like that. So I'm definitely excited about the prospects. So I don't want to keep the show going too long, man. I know everybody has to get resting. Everybody for stopping out for the announcement show. Before we head out, is there anything that you guys have coming up that you want to talk about?
Yeah, I mean, we've got
like any like announcements, any other things.
Well, I want to say we have Double XP podcast tonight at 7 o'clock Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. So please join Fame with the Venus and Conqueror tonight. And we won't have any guests tonight, so it'll just be the native team. And I look forward to having fun with this tonight as well.
You, Mama, you kind of going in and out. Your voice is going low when you're coming up.
All right, y'all hear me all right by now?
It's like static in the background.
Well, I'll go ahead and let somebody else talk.
Yeah, it's hard to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I
what you saying?
Yeah, pretty much I was going to say, the Iron Lords generally every Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern. Be on the lookout this Sunday. Really, really big guest and a lot of things cooking up. You know, now that we're with the Inner Circle Network, some more fun and exciting opportunities and things we have planned. And stay tuned. Like I said, we got some great content, great guests, and that energy that everyone has so far given us a lot of positive feedback towards. So we're excited, man.
Swag, baby.
Absolutely.
It's coming. It's coming, baby. When you see the swag and you be proud to walk down the street wearing an Iron Lord or a Tick podcast or a Tick Network t-shirt, baby, it's gonna blow your mind. The premium experience when you put on that Egyptian cotton on your body. You gonna say to yourself, man, I can't even believe this is real. I'm down with the Iron Lords. I'm down with Tick. This is amazing. And you're gonna feel regal in your Egyptian cotton t-shirt with the beautiful logos on the side. Hey, and when you're drinking your coffee and your tea, you're gonna be drinking it out of a beautiful with ceramic mug. Oh, with the logos on it, baby. You gonna represent.
I'm done. So it's a full sale moment.
Yes, sir.
Lord
Yes,
King has
sir.
officially went south.
God.
I'm officially going to make sure that swag is in their hands because these people have been asking me, King, when can we get that swag? I was like, man, let me tell you, you just read it off my mind. I'm getting that swag to you.
Can y'all hear me all right now?
It's coming. It's definitely coming, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it sounds like a little waterfall. It sounds like a little waterfall now. You sound
Yeah,
a little bit better.
All right, I'm just throwing a shout out there for tonight for the Double XP Team podcast. So join us tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central. Nicodemus Fame on Fame Entertainment Network in front of us.
Nice.
We make sure y'all listen to that.
Nice, nice.
Right.
Shout out to Nicodemus out there. We are actually rooting old school trophy like cats as well. PlayStation has out there a little show. And you may be interested. Go. Nick will definitely sit with us. Don't get it twisted. Obviously, Nick wears many hats within the Ticgn organization, and he's being on 2XP and being on Trophy Army. So we're gonna let him stick with 2XP, and we will work on rebuilding the Trophy Life podcast for the PlayStation guys out there. So that's what's up. Listen, man, I want to thank everybody for stopping out. Lord Sav, I know he had to step away, but shout out to Lord Sav, Lord King, Lord Cog, and of course, Lord Addict, and of course, Miss Mamacita. I want to thank you guys for stopping on the show and getting the opportunity to introduce you guys to some of the Ticgn fans. I know these guys ain't used to me doing show during the day. I used to do my shows at like 11 p.m. at night. So they're like, what the hell is this, Cal? But for the most part, I'm sure the fans will listen to it. And I will definitely have a official Super Podshot tonight to talk about the buzz in the industry and what's going on with Xbox. So again, man, I can't thank enough. We're going to be doing ton of promotion the rest of the day. I'll be tweeting stuff everywhere. Out stuff with Playback Gaming. Let you know about that and that conversion. And probably by the end of the week, I will release a new scheduled programming for Ticgn where you'll be able to hear all the shows, where you'll be able to find them, and what times they will be on. Especially just completely starting in September. Rolling once again all term. So I'm definitely excited about that and everything. So I can't wait to get the ball on. And I want to thank everybody for stopping out. Thank you guys for stopping in. I'm your host, Elroy SL, the last on the planet, with the Iron Lord podcast and Mamacita from XP. We gotta get off this planet. You guys have a great day.